All right, everyone. Welcome to another video. We're going to talk about the over-the-air update, I guess. This is an update that just dropped today. A lot of stuff in this. Further explanation of the brand new Conquest Mode and everything else, including there's an update, which I'm going to pull up now, right here. Okay, so this is patch notes, not an OTA. All right, patch notes for June 13th. Just announcing the new game mode. General updates here. New to the token shop, we're getting Mystery Series 3. Now, we knew this was coming, where you're spending 1,000 tokens to gain an unknown new Series 3 card. 1,000 tokens, I think, is still way too high. It should be like 500. That's what it should be, I think. Series 3, you're going to get them eventually. You just got to play. Now, there's also the additional weekend missions here, offering more goals and rewards for players. So you're going to be playing games and hopefully winning them to earn new credits. Sorry, not new credits, it's just to earn credits, right? Because credits is the primary way of upgrading your cards and getting new cards. So win games to get credits, win games with the season pass card to earn gold, and win games with the newly released card to earn tokens. So this is going to be the new weekend missions going forward. So for this season, since the newly released card is Silk, you'll have to play Silk. So this is a massive gateway to earning kind of cock block by second dinner to earn more tokens. Um, that sucks. That means that uh, in order for you to earn tokens by winning games, you have to buy the brand new card every time it comes out, right? And you have a week to do that. So, not great. Don't like that. I do like the win games with the season pass card to earn gold. I think everyone should get the season pass card. It's $10. It's like a Netflix subscription, and you get a ton of fun out of it. So I enjoyed that. I think that's good. And then they added each of these reward amounts will vary depending on the difficulty of the mission. All right, so hopefully it's going to be more than like 150 credits, but we'll see. Series drop updates. Not great. It seems Second Dinner is going the pay to win route here, dropping the poop cards, the shit cards, Snow Guard, Stegron, and Shayna. Snow Guard, Stegron dropping from 5 to 4. This is just garbage. I mean, no one uses these cards. Same goes with Shayna. So not a fan. Noel, Darkhawk, those should have dropped. Jeff should have dropped, but it's pretty clear what Ben Brode and the team want to do here is either they have a point with what they said before about how the reasons they didn't drop the good cards is for because they're still testing out a better card acquisition system. Yeah, I don't know about that. I wanna believe them, but right now, what it looks like is they're dropping the crap cards on people and not the good ones. Not a good look. Anyways, balance updates. Okay, this is where the interesting stuff is happening. Um, Galactus. Okay, this is pretty big. People have been talking about it. Personally, not a huge fan of the Galactus changes. I don't play Galactus. I have him, but I don't play him. I don't think he's very fun. This might change things for me. Now, okay, the old Galactus was a 6/2 on reveal, still an on reveal. If this is your only card here, destroy all other locations. That's the old ability. The new one is he's still a 6 cost, but they buffed him by 5 points, right? So if you're playing him, you're probably going to not be able to throw priority, right? 6/7, you're gonna have priority now. So which means that you need to find other win conditions other than null or death if your opponent plays Shang-Chi, right? So the new on reveal is very interesting. If you're winning this location and this is your only card here, destroy all other locations. So you're gonna have to play Goblin. You're gonna have to play um who's the -8 card? I forget what it's called, but that other card, you're gonna have to play that card. Let me quickly just look it up here. You're gonna have to play the negative cards. You're gonna have to play some sort of cards here um, that flip the win on your side without actually playing a card in that location. So cards like Claw, right? Claw is going to be big here. Claw is going to be a 5 cost because you're going to want to play Galactus on turn 6, right? Turn 6 or turn 5. I mean, I don't really see how Hobgoblin. That's right. Okay. I had to look it up. Hobgoblin is the name of the card here. This is the card that you're going to want to play on turn 5. It's going to hopefully win you location so you can play Galactus, right? Um, so they completely changed everything, but cards like Claw is going to be very helpful. You're going to want to win that location without having a card there, right? So Claw, Mr. Fantastic. I mean, I think we're going to be getting into brand new Galactus archetypes that are going to enable you to play him on turn 6 for massive power, right? Nimrod is going to be a must here. Nimrod, Destroyer. I'm thinking Mr. Fantastic, Claw, Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, maybe even Viper. I just don't see how you'd be able to remove Viper apart from Ghost Spider, right? Ghost Spider is going to be big. There is a deck out there that it's wild with Galactus now. And I'm going to be looking into it because I'm very interested in playing Galactus now just because of how it works, right? So they said the original design for Galactus is difficult to rebalance because it has essentially one value we can adjust, power. However, lower power can mean that Galactus always loses priority, making post-Galactus counters like Shang-Chi or Enchantress difficult to play. Meanwhile, increases may let you beat these cards more naturally, especially Professor X. Either way, it's still all about the counters. We considered making him the first true 7-cost card, blah, blah, blah. They didn't do it. They just kind of fully redesigned him. Ultimately, we decided to make power a functional way for us to tune Galactus, which led us to this additional winning restriction. Caring about winning this way lets players contest Galactus within the core fun of Snap using power to challenge for locations. Relying exclusively on counters is frustrating because neither player has much control over their appearance, but every deck should have the ability to muster 7 power. So, Hobgoblin, Nimrod is going to be big. I'm thinking Ghost Spider, Sentry decks are going to be huge. Sentry, Viper with a Ghost Spider for a turn 6 Galactus. I think that's going to be the move. Ghost Spider is going to be important here. I mean, I really did think they took into account the Season Pass card because Ghost Spider is going to be able to pull those cards you play into the future Galactus lane to prepare you for the Galactus play, right? So I'm assuming some sort of turn 5 Ghost Spider. I don't know. We'll look into it, but this is the Galactus change. I think it's a good change. I think that it's interesting. It's fun. It brings out different archetypes. We're gonna see some new Galactus decks out there, and you're gonna be very surprised at what you're gonna see. So next card here, Mariah Hill on reveal 2/3 basically adds a random 1 or 2 cost card to your hand, right? The change here is just that you could potentially receive a 2 cost card, which means you could get a better card. And they did this because they wanted to be more in line with Agent Coulson. Good change. Dazzler's the next card here, the final card change. The old card was changed from a 4/4 to a 3/2, so now it's a whole card cost lowered. It's now it's still an ongoing actually, but now you get +2 power for each location that's full on your side. So let's see. If it's ongoing and it's +2 power, does that mean that it just caps at a total of 8 power, right? Because they also lowered the card's initial base power by 2, all right? So you're going to cap yourself at 8 here, which means that it's actually lower. It's 2 power lower than the old card would be if you filled all your locations, right? So a little bit of a power nerf. on the flip side here, it's a little bit worse stat line, so you're really gonna want to fill your power here, right? Because it's a 3-2 now, right? So you're gonna play it on turn 3, or presumably, and then you'll fill your board. There's no way to really rack up power here, right? Because it's an ongoing, and it only reflects your side. So um, this lets her benefit from Space Throne. So they just changed this. They made her weaker, but also more powerful in that if you do get a location like Space Throne where you can only play one card, she's going to be a good play there, right? Honestly, I don't think it's really worth at this point anymore. I think she's really just a worse card for it, because people typically will play their biggest card into Space Throne. If she's just an 8, I don't see how, if she caps at 8, she's not gonna win Space Throne. So yeah, not a great change for Dazzler. Kind of just less of a good change. So let's see here. Bug fixes. I'm not going to cover this just because I don't really care about bugs. But Galactus Change, really important here. This is going to be meta redefining, and there's a place for a lot of new cards into a brand new Galactus archetype. Very excited for this. I'm going to go over to the social post. And kind of go into the conquest mode here, right? So conquer the game with conquest, a new way to play and win. So conquest is an adrenaline pumping journey per the team here, and you're gonna have to rack up consecutive wins against other players and advance through the tiers. You start at Proving Grounds, win one game, and you get a silver ticket. Silver ticket is gonna allow you to go into the silver tier, where you either spend that silver ticket or 80 gold, and you have to get 2 wins in a row, right? That awards you a gold ticket plus 60 what are they called? 60 medals. 60 medals, right? And so two of those wins add up to, I guess it's, wait, that's weird because you only get 60 medals. Oh no, you get 100 medals plus 20, right? So they actually give you medals once you enter. So you get 20 for entering, 40 for the first win, and then 60 medals for the second win. And if it's in a row, hopefully, which it will be, you also get that gold ticket. So you get 120 medals plus the gold ticket upon winning 2 games in a row in silver. Now, once you get that gold ticket, it's the same thing. You get that to use it in the gold tier of conquest, and on entry you get that 40 medals. First win 80 medals, second win 100 medals, and on the third win it's 150 medals plus the infinity ticket, right? Very cool infinity color logo, and you use that to win your hopeful 5 games in the infinity tier. And of course you get 100 for on entry. 1 win, it will net you 150 medals. 2 wins is 175 medals. 200, 250, 500. So you're getting a ton of medals here, right? Tons of medals, at least over 1,000, right? And so if you don't win, right, if you make it to 4 wins and you lose your 5th, I think it'll feel okay because you have this, right? And week 4 is the only week you're going to be able to go for infinity, right? So what you're going to have to do here is week 1, hit Proving Grounds, get as many tickets as possible for silver, right? And then week 2, use up all those tickets for your all those silver tickets, and maybe still a little bit of Proving Grounds to if you run out of silver tickets, right? You're going to want to go for the gold tickets in week 2, and then week 3, I guess, is just more gold tickets, right? Rack up as many as you can. Use those medals to get more gold tickets, because you're gonna want to get into gold, right? So once week 3 comes around, you're gonna be playing in gold tier, using those gold tickets. and because you're gonna want to get those infinity tickets, right? If you're interested in the infinity avatar border. Now, there's two reasons, or maybe three reasons that could interest you to try to get to infinity tier in conquest mode, right? First of all, you get that schnazzy, bling-tastic avatar border. That's what you can use to look cool when you're playing with people. Second, you're getting a lot of medals just for winning a few games in infinity tier, right? And you're going to use that in this shop, right? 800, 350 credits. Now, time will tell if 350 credits is worth 800 medals, right? You get a new avatar, you get boosters. So if you're booster farming, this is going to be good for you. 300 medals for 200 credits. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, because you only really start aggressively getting medals is if you win back-to-back games, right? In gold and in infinity. So week 4, you're getting a lot of potential opportunities to get that avatar border, because you should save, because you're going to be spending your medals on the infinity tickets, right? Right here. Save those medals. I wouldn't spend them on anything, especially if you really want to get to infinite. Save those medals. Do everything you can to save them. That's all I got to say on that. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So there's an exclusive card. When you purchase stuff, that's what they incentivize you to do. That way you get this cool little Green Goblin variant exclusive card. So are they giving you the card or the actual just variant? Because if you don't have the card, do you get it? That's a great question. I'm not sure if how that's gonna work, but at least you'll get this variant, I think, and you need to buy 9 things to get that. All right, so battle mode is the format. Of course, it has the HP bar, so you play your opponent and hopefully take off their HP and destroy them, right? So you start with 10 health instead of cubes, is the amount of damage the winner will deal to the loser. Every snap and retreat takes extra meaning, as every point of health is critical to remain alive. So this means you'll quickly learn what cards are in their deck, right? Because you're going to be playing round after round after round, and your opponent might be aware of what sneaky tricks you're hiding. So keeping track of what cards in your deck haven't been seen by your opponent can make all the difference in whether you can squeeze out an extra snap. So get the notebook out. There isn't an app or an overlay tracking this. Of course, there is an overlay tracking what cards are played by your opponent, and that can also build into helping you figure out what other cards are potentially in their deck, right? For example, if they have, I don't know, just a bunch of no ability cards, obviously that's going to mean it's Patriot, right? If they have the no ability cards with abilities, they have high evolutionary, right? So you know what cards they have. If they're playing, a Sarah Control style deck, you're probably going to be seeing Angela maybe, or if they're playing Bounce, you'll definitely see Angela. Sarah's going to be there. Shang-Chi, Enchantress, Killmonger, those tech cards are going to be in there. So you'll know what they play. On the plus side, you're going to be able to change your deck after I don't think it's every round. I played one game in Conquest so far. So in that specific game, I beat my opponent. The first game I played against them, right? The first round, I took 8 cubes, and then on the final round, I took 2 cubes. There was no option between those 2 rounds for me to switch my deck, right? Which means it might not be possible that you can switch your deck within when you're playing one opponent, right? So you're not going to be able to do that. You're gonna only be able to play the same deck against the same opponent. However, the devs have said that you will be able to switch your deck in between games, right? So if you're playing in infinity tier, right, you've won your first game and your second game's about to start. Before you start that game, you're gonna have the option to change your deck, which allows you to play different decks, I guess. But there's no bamboozling your way around your opponent. Apart from making sure you know what cards you have not played yet, right, that they have not seen, and what cards they have played. You're going to want to keep track of those, right, to know what cards are potentially in play on which specific turns. This is the competitive aspect. I mean, this is going to be a lot more competitive than the normal ranked mode. The normal ranked mode is still good. This is the next level, really is, because you have to win a lot of games, and all those games need to be in a row. Consecutive wins is it's gonna take for you to reach those higher rewards, right? And the rewards here being, of course, the exclusive card just by using the store, but the infinity border, the braggadocious avatar border. That's what you're gonna want. That's gonna be your flex to everyone every season. Hey, I made it to infinity because I won 5 games in a row. Potentially here is 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if you win 11 games in a row, which is doable. I've done over I've done like about 20 games in a row before. So you can win at least in ranked. You can at least win at least 20 games in a row. So it's definitely possible. The downside is your opponent has a lot of time to figure out what you're going to do, what you're going to play, what your strategies are, what their counters are, because retreating is going to be important here, right? If you have a bad hand, retreat, right? Just retreat. It's not worth it. You only lose one health, and you have 10 of them, right? And you're gonna want to take away a lot of your opponent's health by snapping, right? In the one game I played, our very first round against each other, we both snapped. I snapped first, and he immediately snapped. That's an 8 cubes. He's not leaving. I beat him. So not much he can do. So those are the strategies you're going to want to use, right? Knowing what cards you have, what cards your opponent potentially has, what cards they've definitely played, what cards you have not played yet that they don't know you have, as well as satisfying retreats, strategic retreats rather. It's gonna be very important. And also snapping, because you don't want to stay in there for too long. You don't want this to become an attrition war. You need to know what your win condition is, when to snap, and you need to snap at that point, right? Let's see, anything else here? That's about it here with Conquest Mode. The game updates, this Galactus Change is very, very interesting. I'm going to be trying them out tonight to make sure I know what to look for, what works really well. I'm talking some sort of Viper Sentry play with Goblin. That's going to be the move. You're going to want to fill their side of the board with really cheap junk or junk that's really negative. So just off the top of my head, a good deck for this is going to be Sentry, Viper, Ghost Spider, obviously Galactus, Green Goblin, let's see, Hobgoblin. What you're gonna want to do is also play Hood, right? You're gonna play Hood on one. That's gonna allow you to get the Demon. You're gonna Viper on turn. You're gonna Viper the Hood over on turn. Potentially, I think Viper's a 3, so 3, and then on turn 4, you're gonna want to Ghost Spider plus something else, maybe something that can buff that Galactus lane, maybe Mr. Fantastic. Right, so you Ghost Spider to pull Viper out of the lane to make sure there's no cards there, and then that way they now have Hood, maybe Green Goblin, what else? Hobgoblin for -8. Maybe even Sentry's Void Demon or whatever. You could also Viper that on turn 5 plus Ghost Spider. That's going to be a massive combo, and then Galactus is going to seal the deal with 7 power. So you could do that. That's going to be a turn 6 Galactus. Turn 3 Galactus, you're going to have to play Green Goblin or something to ensure that they have negative power, or that you're winning the lane somehow with Mr. Fantastic. You're going to have a interesting strategy to do that. With that being said, that's all I have today for this video. I hope it was helpful to you guys. Please let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed the video. Please do like and subscribe. Get my content out there if you enjoy it. Really appreciate your time, guys. And I will be streaming tonight, so if you see this video today as I put it out, please come visit. Your presence is appreciated, and happy snapping, guys.